Blog number 7 from Kabul, Afghanistan, and I promise to keep this one much shorter in length. In fact, it'll probably be my last one from here. Wrapping up my final days, a lot of emotions going through me right now, of course, as the end draws near. But I have also been able to remain productive. Went over to an orphanage, actually that's just a block away from Mehan Orphanage, to check out the girls at Merman Orphanage. And here, quite disturbingly actually, Afsa, who runs the orphanage, shed some light on what happens to some of these girls when they get into their older teens.
4 girls got married already. And Najila, she doesn't have, like, her father passed away and her mother was, she was off, she's crazy. And her aunt take her home and sold her to her neighbor. And
to be his wife?
Yeah, to be his wife. She's gone. Sometimes I cry, like 3 sisters, Adela, Khalida, and Wajma. They were happy here. They were beautiful girls, and their father take them away from us. Still, these days call me and they say we are very in problem, in bad shape, and not good food, no school, nothing.
And these marriages, are they strong marriages? Are they good marriages? Do the husbands treat them properly?
I doubt that.
How much does it cost to marry off?
50,000 Afghani, which is $1,000.
That's it?
That's it. I keep telling them, you see 50,000 here, you don't see 2 million Afghani over there. When they grow up, they start working and they're making a good money in salary and give it to you. They say, oh, that is a long time. This is good. We need this money now.
And then when I returned here to Mehan Orphanage, Khadija, the deaf little girl here, I was in floods of tears.
Yeah, she was crying because her family was supposed to be here at 3 o'clock, but they didn't come. Her family, they always were telling us that they don't have enough money and that they wanted us to pay them. But we actually accepted like them to come and we're gonna pay them, but they didn't still.
Yesterday was the first day of Eid here, so I spent much of the time with the girls, of course. We cooked. It's the first day of Eid, so all of us have gathered to make a traditional Afghan dish known as mantu, but we've just discovered that we don't have access to the appropriate stove to actually cook them. So that's the next sort of challenge, is coming up with the creative idea of taking them from the raw form into the cooked form, and very delicious. It's a really nice experience here with all the girls, and my friend Kabul is coming as well to join us all the way from Dubai for a special Eid. It's going to be a really fun day here. What is this? What is this?
Mantu, this is mantu.
This is mantu. This is a bit of dough with some minced meat. We also danced, we watched movies, and we henna painted. I don't know if you can still see it. A lot of it washed off. And I was also able to catch the sunset, one of the most beautiful that I've ever seen here in Afghanistan. I'm coming up to my last nights here in Afghanistan, and tonight is certainly not helping. It's not making it easy to leave this country. It's been one heck of a month, filled with a lot of different emotions. However, I must say, my love for this country has definitely increased over the last little while. Right now I'm looking over the balcony here with a friend of mine, Kabul. Yeah, that's his real name.
Hello everyone.
We're looking at the beautiful sunset on the very first day of Eid, and kites litter the sky today, just like you see in the Kite Runner, just like you've seen in pictures of the past of this country. And I guess it just kind of complements the different colors in the people here of this country. This has been one remarkable, remarkable month full of very hospitable, very loving, very charismatic people. A lot different to, well, what is unfortunately broadcast on international news media. So I'm hoping that these blogs have in some way maybe open your mind, your eyes to what Afghanistan really has to offer. And not just Kabul here, but a lot of fantastic people, a lot of fantastic customs, and of course, a lot of amazing children. After a month here in the orphanage with all these girls, their personalities really do start to shine and leave an imprint on you. There's one girl in particular, I'll always remember this moment. Her name is Satiza. We're all sitting around watching a music video as we tend to do in the evenings after dinner. And all the girls start screaming because they love the particular artist that's on the telly. She looks up at me and she goes, "But I don't like him because he takes everybody's money." So I look at her, "What do you mean by that?" She goes, "I don't believe in that. I'm a communist." Try furthering a conversation like that with a 14-year-old when you can't even share the same language. I mean, these girls are incredible. Who are you writing a letter to?
To Rose.
Who's Rose?
She's my sponsor.
Where is she?
In America.
What is the letter all about?
About Hamid Karzai, President of Afghanistan.
You're writing about Hamid Karzai?
Yes.
What are you saying about him?
I say he's not help for Afghanistan. And Abdullah, maybe Bashar Dost is very good president for Afghanistan. He very help. Yes, he really helped for Afghanistan.
How old are you?
I am 14 years old.
Have you ever thought about going into politics yourself?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you want to be president of Afghanistan?
Yes.
What would you do if you could be president of Afghanistan?
Yes. Bashar Dost.
What would you do if you were president?
I help for poor people in Afghanistan. I really help for.
Well, if you are on the ballots in the years to come, I will vote for you.
Okay, thanks very much.
All right.
Okay.
With it being Eid, I had a lot to do in the final days of Ramadan to get everything done, because of course everything shuts here for the next few days. So I rapped on a lot of ministry doors. Article 53 in the Afghan constitution talks about the well-being of orphans. There's nothing there that enforces it. There's no body that can implement it. Karzai apparently asked the Ministry of Social Affairs and the Red Crescent here in Kabul to draft up a law specific to this article. That was a year and a half ago. So the Ministry of Justice now, apparently so, are pushing for that.
تا این مدت تقریبا از یک سال بیشتر میشه، کنیم سال میشه که ما با اونا در این رابطه به جریان هستیم. حکم رئیس به جمهور هم صادر شده بوده. میشد که یک مسوده قانون ترتیب کنن و غرض تا این مراحل به وزارت عدلیه برسه.
And along those lines, I managed to speak to the right people and spend a day hanging out in Parliament. Okay, it's not every day you get to kick it in Parliament in Afghanistan, especially with members of Parliament from some of the provinces. What a cool experience. These right here, these are the doors that the President Hamid Karzai and the rest of his Parliament go into when they decide to have a little chit-chat about what they're going to do with affairs here in the country. Right there, but it's locked right now. Darn. Well, it's time to have my last bucket bath. Yes, that's been quite a highlight of the last month. Imagine bathing in this plastic bath, sitting in it, trying your best to get water that drips out of the tap above your head, catch it in a smaller bucket, and wash yourself with that. Certainly another moment that I'll remember about this last month. Check out the guy behind me. He's got an AK-47 in one hand, and he's got a popsicle in the other, as you do. Now there's a contrast. These vlogs have been a bit of the experience that I would call my Afghanistan. I'm sure I'll have a lot more emotions to share with you when I do finally get back to Dubai in a few days. But I do hope these vlogs, if anything, have possibly enlightened you to another side of Afghanistan, which is not always represented. A side to this country where people are kind, people are generous, people are warm, people are welcoming, people are determined, and people are hopeful.
We have to have hope to live here.
I've grown very attached to this country over the last year. I first came here in 888, which is actually quite symbolic for the Chinese because it's everlasting, it's infinity. And I think that very well sums up my affinity with this country. Oh, there ain't gonna be any teardrops, it's gonna be ultimate revenge now! It's gonna be a sad day when I do leave, but then I can always come back. And until I am back in Dubai, Khudafis, I hope you have a very good Eid Mubarak, and thank you very much for keeping in touch. Tashakkur.
Right, say it.